Weekly awards. Weekly awards. Look at old Paige. So ready to negotiate. Had not his back. Again, 28. You want 5 years. Try one thing with you, man. You try 4 years. All right, you don't want to take that. Okay. Get rid of that. All right, got it. All right, Ward. Let me give you what they offer, man. All right, he took it, so he's done. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way now. All right, please, Broncos, guys. On the road again.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them. How to make it in America? Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist. And her feminine.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
All right, guys. Now Ohio Stadium, guys.
Halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Now, it's windy out here.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Tackle, guys.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I read
You guys are gonna play
something
hard, man. They
prepping
0-6, man.
That he said
The
prior
team you
to,
want to be playing.
and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
From the 24, they'll go again on
Had
second
not
and
back,
10.
man. Forgot to give your captain's spot back, man.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete
Good hit,
there.
guys.
Nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw.
Good sack, guys.
He's got him. They bring him down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one of the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Hey, Audubon get
The
hurt?
Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a
Touch that
beauty.
ball,
This is
man.
marked down at about the 3-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's just going to dump this
Good
one
job
off
for the
his
big boy.
fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Tyler. And he will find
throw.
his big tight end over the middle.
Good throw,
and
Tyler.
This well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. The give is to Bell. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
Good job, guys.
There 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A give to Bell. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and 1, and
Good
people
job,
want
guys.
to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's
Good
got
throw.
his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just
Throw,
shy
Tyler.
of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
The blocking guys.
A coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Looking to throw. Tyler. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Tyler, a quick hitter, complete. It's Hammond. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
All right, guys, good job. Cool.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Operating from the gun, Tyler, and that is incomplete.
That was not a good
They
throw.
were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick
tried to
here
miss that.
is
Wow.
good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 85 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league.
Nice. Shadow bringing him out.
Good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And this defense
Good job, Had
not
not.
giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll look to throw.
Picked off.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Good job, man. See, go, 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 go.
Yeah,
The guy just got back off injury. That's the best middle linebacker, second year. Good job, big guy.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So the defense
creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll need to put that interception out of his mind quickly because between the field goal and the pick six, they're already looking up at a 2-score differential.
And isn't it interesting that a lot of the time when we talk about having a short memory, we say that's a defensive back, right? Got beat for a touchdown pass, throw it out. Quarterbacks have to do the same thing. They make a mistake, come back and be the best quarterback you were before.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result.
Yeah, I knew he was going to run that. Come on, guys. Yeah, pretty smart.
And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll run it here. And nothing doing.
Guys.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Big dog.
To throw. And they can't bring him down.
Good job,
He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Come on, guys. What would y'all do that for?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Off the play fake. Tyler. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that, come on.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers
They called
to
that.
through.
Come on, Crawford.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Tyler. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. They sack
That's right. Don't try to throw that. You the fumble. Good job.
of the first quarter.
Good job. You the fumbled that way. Just hold on to it. Guy was open though. We'll hold it.
Now whistles as time has run out on this first quarter. 10-zip our score.
Way to hold it.
EA
Don't want to turn
Sports
momentum
NFL
over.
Sunday
Get an interception. Take your field goal.
following
Take your
this.
little extra money.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 319.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35.
Come on.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field
All right,
position
Farsi, we
there?
starting this shit again. How you let me get behind you?
They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Where'd he come from? He beat you right off the line. Come on, Farsi. Just beat you off the line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
No, Rainey got hurt.
As his
God
guys
damn it.
are in for 6, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots.
Yo, what was that, man? How you get beat like that?
Now the try here for the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Off the bootleg. Tyler.
Rally, Allah.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Tyler. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Bell running left. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Calling a loss of 2 on the play.
Oh, that guy.
It'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
a terrible block right
like
there.
One of those guys.
That's terrible.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw.
Drag route.
Tyler. Throw left side.
Oh, shit. So when did they get a first down? Take my 4th and 4. That's some fucking bullshit.
For only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
That was a bad route run right there. Hey, man.
After the catch. But in this
Too hard,
situation,
too, boy.
the
Wow.
defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
We should try to outrun him. I think he should have not did that. It's probably stupid here. Take my 4th and 4. This is dumb. See what it looked like when they set it up. This is dumb.
Needing the tough
Ding da ding da ding da ding da ding ding.
And he's going to get the
Ding da
first
ding
down
da
as
ding
they
da
bring him
ding
down
da
at the
ding ding.
23.
Shuttle.
They
First
only got a couple,
down.
but a couple
Rams.
all that they
Good
needed
job. Big
as
guy.
they convert on 4th.
4th and 1. This is what fullbacks live for. They're always the guys with all the marks on their helmets because they love sticking their heads in there to fight for the tough yards. And he gets the tough yards here to give his guys a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Good job, Bell. Way to do it, Bell. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, man. Fight, stand up. Good job.
Touchdown now on the year, and the Rams add on to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now for the point after. Point after, right down the middle.
Good job, guys.
And
Look at that
decision to
sack.
just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Going for 2. That's okay. No,
So
safe
this
point.
drive spans 7 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there. And
Yeah, get hit,
forces
guys.
it incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Back to throw now.
Pick though.
2nd and 10.
Good job. Way to go. There you go, Farsi. Make up for that TD you gave up. The ball back for your group. Do something great for your team. Good
that
job.
was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
First down, Tyler. And lucky to get away with one there.
Right there.
That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Tyler. He's going to rifle one deep.
Good catch.
Inside the 20.
Good catch.
And they'll wind up getting
Good
this
throw,
one
Tyler.
all the way down
They stuck him in the pocket.
the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Tyler.
Man, when you threw that ball that bad, come on.
Penalty flag down.
That's holding. He never threw that ball anyway.
Holding offense.
Threw an interception and been fucked up. Don't throw the ball, you know, it's a holding call. He's done.
Umpire through the flag usually
Still
always
2nd
indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Set. 3-19.
Operating from the gun, Tyler. And an alley to run. And now a fumble. The ball's
Oh, come on. I dove. How you fumble?
They do.
Oh, this is bullshit. I dove.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but
Why is he not on the ground?
at that point, whatever you're going to pick
He's on the ground.
to either take the hit,
Nobody
and in
touched
this
him.
case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always
He dropped it right
20/20,
before
but
he
that's
went.
the
How you gonna drop the ball?
Exactly.
Nobody touch you?
Hindsight's really never
That's some
wrong,
stupid
is it? Because you
bullshit.
can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Cheating shit right here, boy. Me and you, Matt.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Keeps
Safety. Good job, guys. That worked out in our favor.
Running
Running backwards.
Progress. That'll be a safety.
Good job, Combs.
And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Bullshit ass fumble. I dove.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And this will be taken at the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Tyler. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Throwing again. Tyler, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Tyler.
The throw, Tyler.
Complete over the middle. It's Hammond. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This is Bell. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to be stopped.
Good job, Bill.
At the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Yeah, I thought you were going, bro.
59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On the counter, here's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second
Drag
down.
route. Yeah, that was terrible, Tyler.
That one incomplete
Wow.
there. And not to get too overcritical there.
He threw the ball that bad. That wasn't nowhere near the guy.
A little
Wow.
off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Tyler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this one is right through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As we're a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And take it right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
That sucks.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Tyler throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Tyler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Chargers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The 49ers trying to finish that one off and claim victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off play action. Tyler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
That's some
He's picked
bullshit.
off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and
You
say,
throw the ball that
"Guys, let's
bad."
go. Come on, capitalize on this one."
This is a bad route, Crawford. Come on, man. You let him do that. It's a bad route.
So now look at the Broncos as they
They
head
got
back
one-on-one.
out there
No
for
way
their
for them to
first
make this
possession
mistake.
of the second half. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
You just dropped that one. Close shit, that was you. It was right in your hands.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A spin. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
Off the play fake. Tyler. And it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tyler completes it to Watt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
Good job, guys. Now that you sing the song, you know what it means. Ding, dadding, 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 ding. Settle. First down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Tyler, and he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That boy can even fucking tackle. He gonna make a tackle.
A game like this, he's gonna take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
So out comes the field goal team once more. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected, because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yeah, beat the best of the Jaguars.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 319.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now he's going to throw deep right.
Oh! Could have caught up a deflection.
He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football,
that was a terrible throw. I don't even know where near the guy. terrible foul.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Tyler. Looking left side, and he's got him in.
Throw.
It's Crawford. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside,
Well,
trying to get to
guys.
the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Tyler. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Tyler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be
What was that?
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Come on, win.
And he hits the
Good.
upright, but it
Just made
caroms
it.
in
Wow.
anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there
Good job,
as he
Win.
banks it in. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Sack, guys.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, you're trying to run that play a lot on those guys.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Set! 319! 319!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Ooh,
And
good
will not
defense.
get the connection there. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 30.
Looking to throw. Tyler over the middle, complete. That's Hammond. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Denver getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, there's the danger of selling out on 4th and short. So many guys flood the line of scrimmage that you're left very thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. And they took big advantage of it there. Not just picking up a 1st down, but ripping off a huge gain on top of it.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Able to fight through one tackle. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll go again with Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
First down, Tyler. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they're always posted in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Good job.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll run it here. Bust through the tackle. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, here's Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I knew that.
And a look at Bell, who remains down after
Knew
that
that was
play.
gonna fucking happen.
Appears to have gotten shaken up. We'll step aside
timeout,
and get a
kick him out the
report
game.
when we come back to Denver.
Here we go again. We knew this shit, man. Every game at the end, he does it. That was dumb, guys.
And they'll go on the ground. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Oh, Sternum again. Okay, we back. He's always in the blue Sternum.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
How you holding your wrist on a blue Sternum? That's weird.
Now a handoff looking right. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
All right, guys, good game.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Good game, guys.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Los Angeles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. They will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Guys, good defense.
Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.